Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. For this week's video, I'm going to be doing a manga organization. I have been really outgrowing my shelves lately, so I thought that it was about time to shift things around as well as finally make the investment into some risers. So I did that and I just got them the other day. So yeah, I thought I would film this whole process for you guys so you can see. Along with this, I'll be kind of shifting some things around. I have some things on my shelves that I don't want to keep anymore, so I just want to go ahead and remove those because I just don't want them to take up some of my space. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. I don't have any sort of fancy drink today. I'm just drinking water on the side. But yeah, with that, let's go ahead and get into the overview of the first shelf that I'm going to work on. So here's an overview of the first shelf that I'm going to work on. I also want to point out that I don't always keep my curtains open that much. These are actually blackout curtains that I have. Whoa, it's getting really dark. Let me move around here a bit. Yeah, it's just for video purposes, but I always have my curtains pretty much like I don't have any sun hitting the shelf at all. So yes, I guess we should go ahead and get started. I'm going to go through every shelf here so you'll kind of see what I have on the other ones that I don't really touch on normally. So this first shelf I'll start on. This just has like some of my nonfiction books that I have, and then my one tea set. This is my first tea set that I got actually. This one is from Japan. So yeah, I'll go ahead and remove everything from there. And then I think this shelf is going to stay pretty much the same. I just have to dust it. So yeah, let me go ahead and get into that one. So that is that first shelf all done. Like I said, nothing changed on that really. I just had to dust it off. Yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and move on to this one. This one should be fun. I feel like this shelf will change a lot. So you can see here it's pretty stuffed, and I don't want I think I have room for like one more volume here, and then I think that'll be like stuffed to the brim, but I don't want to let it get to that point and damage my volumes. So and I also don't want to keep these volumes stacked on top like that, and the spines are exposed on this side here, so I don't want them to get any yellowing if any sun does happen to come and hit them, like when I'm filming or anything. So yeah, I think this one definitely will get some risers. And yeah, there's some things on here that I'm also going to be removing, and so I will explain those as I kind of take them out. But yeah, I feel like this one is the big reason why I filmed this video, so let's go ahead and get into it. So I just cleared the shelf. Oops, I forgot to dust it off. I'll do that in a second. But here is everything that was on this shelf. So yeah, I feel like that's quite a bit of manga on this one shelf here. But I will go ahead and put the risers up now. I do kind of have a plan for this shelf. My system for organizing is I organize by publisher and then alphabetically by the titles. So I think I'm going to keep that system. I thought about organizing alphabetically by author, but I just kind of like alphabetizing by title, so I just think I'm going to stick with that for my manga. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this shelf readjusted here. So those are all the risers that fit on here. I actually think this is still a little dusty. Hold on. Okay. I think I'm gonna move these up a little bit just because I don't know if you can see there's like a gap there, and I don't know if the books tip back. It's not gonna fall down. The gap is not big enough for that, but I just think for like more stability, I think I'm going to move these forward a little bit. Yeah, so let me go ahead and do that before I start stacking the manga on here. Okay, I finished placing these kind of where I want them. So next step, I think, is going to be organizing all of these into how I want to shelve them. What I'm thinking of doing is actually organizing them by height. So I'm going to have the taller volumes in the back on the risers, and then the shorter ones all along the front. So that way it all just looks pretty uniform. The one thing that I didn't really like about my setup before was that, because I organized by publisher, even within the same publishing house, they do vary the sizes of the volumes. So I just think this way it's going to give a more uniform look. So I'm going to go ahead and organize these by height, and then from there by publisher. So I'll get back to you once I organize all of that. Okay, so here are my two stacks. I definitely have a lot more like taller, bigger manga volumes. So in there I have like the yen press and like the bigger Viz volumes and Kodansha ones. And then I have here just kind of like the standard size, so like the smaller yen press, and then the Viz volumes as well. And this little pile here is my unhaul stack for this portion. I have Imaginary Volume 1. I know I said I was going to give Volume 2 a shot, but honestly, I just really have no desire to continue with this. I didn't really enjoy this. I didn't really dislike it, but there was just nothing about it that made me want to continue reading this. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this in my unhaul stack. I'm probably going to list this on Mercari, and if it doesn't sell there within a certain period of time, I will just take it to Second and Charles and sell it there. So yeah, and then these two here are two of my one shots. This is 5 centimeters per second. And then I Want to Eat Your Pancreas. These two are kind of the same thing, except I like these more than Imaginary Volume 1. It's just that I just didn't really, I liked them decently, but I just really want to keep things in my collection that I love. So, and these are pretty chunky, so they take up quite a bit of space, and I'm already kind of limited on shelf space as it is, so I don't want to waste it on things that I don't really feel like I'll pick up again. So, so far this is the unhaul stack, but yeah, all of that is staying. So now I'm gonna go ahead and organize these by publisher and then alphabetically. So I'm going to do that, and then we'll start shelving. Okay, I've got everything all organized, so now I'm going to start shelving. So again, I'm going to be putting the taller volumes up here in the back on top of these, and then the shorter ones up here in the front. So I'll go ahead and start with the bigger ones. First we have here the Color of Earth and the rest of the trilogy. Ooh, these are a bit, they're gonna have to work. They're gonna go all the way to the wall there. I don't know if you can see how it's starting to bend here. I don't know if you can see that very well. Hopefully that's not an issue, but I'm going to keep shelving now. So yeah, I wonder if this entire back wall will be filled with manga, but we'll see. Let's just continue shelving. Okay, I've gotten to the end of my tall kind of stack here. So of course these are falling over, so what I think I'm gonna do is just lay these few here down, kind of to act as a bookend. The ends here are going to be exposed, but like I said, I don't really have the sun hitting these, so I don't think yellowing should be an issue. But yeah, that's this back kind of section completed. So one thing is that this Villains Are Destined to Die is now under IZE Press, which is under Yen Press. So I was tempted to put this with the other Yen Press volumes that I have, but I don't know, when I was looking in this, it didn't say anything about having to do with Yen Press, so I just put it over here where it goes alphabetically with the publishers. But I don't know. Tell me what you guys think, if you would put it there or if you would keep it with the yen press. Yeah, that's just where I put it for now. I might switch it in the future, but that's just what I think will be best for now. So let's go ahead and fill up the front here. Okay, now that is it for the front row. I really should get some bookends because I think they would be helpful. I mean, I have a couple, but I should get more. So I think I might do the same thing here and just grab these 4 and have them like this, just kind of acting as a bookend. Yeah, I mean, as I fill this up more, the shelf will just kind of fill itself. But that is what this looks like so far. So I think this is looking a bit better, but also a little bit more crowded. So yeah, I guess I really didn't want to have to double stack, but you know, I just ended up collecting more series than I thought I was going to. So I just needed to expand, and this is just a setup that is going to work for me the best at this moment. Maybe in the future I might switch things around on these shelves to where I don't have to double stack things, but we shall see when we come to that point. But this is just what it's going to be like so far. So yeah, the next shelf should be a pretty quick one to get through too, so let's go ahead and head to that one. Okay, this is the next shelf here. Fun fact, I don't know if you guys can kind of notice, this is where I usually film, so I just remove everything that's on this shelf and then I film here. But usually this is what it looks like. I just have my like mirror, and then like my makeup and perfumes there. So yeah, this one I just have to dust down. I really need to clean that mirror, but I didn't bring any glass cleaner in here, and I'm too lazy to go get it, so it's just gonna stay dirty for now until I clean it at some point. But yeah, the shelf just needs a simple dust down, so that's just what I'm gonna do. Okay, so that is it for this shelf. Again, this one was pretty simple, just needed to dust it off, and it's staying the same, not really making any changes to it. Later I might add some decorations or something, might change it up that way, but yeah, we're not at that part yet. So I'm gonna head down to the next shelf, which has some more manga, so let's go ahead and get into that one. Okay, so this is what this shelf currently looks like. It honestly might just stay the same, but I really would like to do something different with it. So I'm just gonna kind of mess around with this setup after I dust it off. I don't know if with the light you can see, but it gets so dusty. I swear I am dusting these shelves down like weekly at this point, and it's just so dusty all the time no matter what. So yeah, I'm just gonna kind of play around with this. Hopefully I find something new, a new layout for this, but like I said, it might just stay the same because yeah, I think I really do need to get some bookends. I finally made the investment into the risers, so now I need to get some more bookends because I think that will help me with playing around with the setups a bit more. So yeah, let me just take everything off, dust it down, and then I will show you how I set it up. Okay, first I'm gonna try just lining these up as normal. Wow, when did that get damaged? Okay. I'm just gonna line these up as normal and kind of see how much of this shelf it takes up. And if it, works to just have it all laid out, then I will just go ahead and have it like that for a bit. I have seen that people do these really fun like color coordinations where they because these have like the rainbow spines, and they arrange it to make a rainbow. So I don't know, I think that might be fun, but it doesn't take up the entire shelf. So let's see, maybe I'll okay, let me just kind of play around with this a bit, and then I will get back to you once I decide on something. I actually just decided to just show you guys this. I just went ahead and dusted this off, and nothing is going to change in this setup. So yeah, these are just all my K-pop albums, and then a couple of magazines that I have here. And these little BT21 Funko Pops that I keep displayed here. So I've been thinking of doing like a K-pop collection video, so I might go ahead and film that sometime soon here. So yeah, nothing really changed with this shelf. I just dusted it off a bit, but why do I already see little things here? Okay, there we go. Yeah, so there's just an overview of that one. So that is this shelf complete. So let me get up here to show you. So this is what it's looking like now. I'm really not digging that shelf. That's gonna irk me. Anyway, let's just move on to the next one, because I will just spend forever on that one shelf, and I don't have forever. So on to the next one. Okay, so starting off on this shelf, this top one just holds all of my novels and my second tea set. This one is made in England, so yeah, I love this one. But as you can see, this shelf is getting pretty stuffed, so I think I'm gonna have to put these two things away in the cabinet with the little teacups that I have to go along with this, just because my novel shelf has been seen some growth lately, and I think it will continue to have growth. So I'm a bit concerned on space regarding these, but we will just figure that out when I run out of shelf space here. But yeah, for now, I'm just going to take these off and then declutter a bit, because there are a couple, just one book that I want to unhaul. So let me just go ahead and remove and dust everything down. Okay, so that is the shelf dusted down. So I'm going to go ahead and start putting things back. Here I organize my novels alphabetically by author, so that's where the you know, my differences in organization are between my manga and my regular books. So and then I do also separate out the hard covers and the soft covers. So actually this next one here is one that I'm going to be unhauling. I just didn't love this book, so it's just gonna go in the unhaul pile for now. Well, indefinitely. And I have my 2 book of the month reads. Actually, I think I might put this one in the unhaul pile too. I think I'm gonna put this one up on my Mercari. So yeah, I tried reading this and I was 70 pages in and I was just bored out of my mind with this. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and put this up to sell, and I just won't have it on my shelf because I'm trying to declutter. So yeah, and then we have my Jane Austen boxed set that I have considered getting rid of, but I will read these one day. I've tried. I tried reading Persuasion and Sense and Sensibility, and I was just falling asleep. So if you have any recommendations for me on which one to start with, give me your recommendation because I really would like to read these. But yeah, I really wanted to read this in, you know, in the order that these were published, and I don't know, so I was starting with Sense and Sensibility, and I could not keep my focus with this. And then Persuasion, I started reading this after I watched the Netflix movie, which I heard that people hated, but I actually like that movie, but maybe it's because I just don't know the book, and maybe it wasn't a great adaptation of the story. So, yeah, again, if you have recommendations on which one I should start with reading, definitely let me know. And then we have these 2 here. One of my novels is currently out because I'm reading it, so yeah. Actually got one more, and then I just have my teapot that's gonna be here all on its own. Yeah, I feel like, let me see, do I have room? I'm trying to make my shelves not look as crowded. No, okay. We're just gonna have the teapot there, and then I'll put those 2 things away. But yeah, that is the shelf done. I don't know why there's still dust on here. But yeah, that one's done. So let's move on to the next shelf with okay, this is what this shelf is looking like. I just have this, which I usually have in the background of my videos. So this is where I usually have it. But I'm gonna move that to the side, and this is all the manga that I have on here. So there are, of course, actually quite a few things that I'm going to be getting rid of on this shelf. So I think, yeah, the shelf is going to be looking a lot cleaner. So I think I want to go ahead and get some risers up here because I think I want to have these summertime rendering covers on display on top of the risers, with the rest of these kind of all along the front. So that's kind of my plan for this. So yeah, let me just go ahead and start taking things off here, and I'll just explain which ones I'm getting rid of. I just have a couple of, well, just one of my art prints, and then a couple of just regular comics here, and then this graphic novel, and then we have a couple volumes of The Breaker, which are staying. Of course, Summertime Rendering is staying. I loved this. This was so good. And we have arrived to the first series that I am going to get rid of. I'm actually just going to have it sitting here. No, that's not going to work. this is the first series that I'm getting rid of on the shelf, A School Frozen in Time. So if you're interested, I do have that on my Mercari up for sale. And then we have all of my Chainsaw Man, which is definitely not going anywhere. Love Chainsaw Man so much. And then Food Wars Volumes 1 and 2. These are also leaving. I do have a video. Let's see, which one was it? It was either one of my wrap-ups or, let's see. I'm pretty sure it was in one of my wrap-ups. I discussed that I am going to be unhauling those. And I did also just list these on my Mercari earlier today. So I'm going to go ahead and take these off of the shelf because, you know, I have them up for sale, and if they sell, great. But if not, I'll just take them to a secondhand store and probably get rid of them that way. I don't know. We'll see. This is going to go in the maybe pile. I did put it up for sale, but I might just keep this on my shelf. In case they don't sell, then I'll just take that as my sign that I'll keep them. And then I have Solo Leveling here. This is so heavy. Oh my gosh. The thing that drives me crazy here, let me see if you can see that. The rest of these 1 through 5 have yen press, and then volume 6 has the new IZE press logo. So that is going to drive me crazy, but it is what it is. We're just gonna have to live with that. So now I'm just gonna dust this off, and I am going to get some risers up here, and then I will kind of play around with what I think I'm going to have the new setup be. So let me go ahead and get those risers up. Okay, so I've got the risers up now. So I think what I'm going to start with is kind of doing what I did over there, where I put the taller volumes in the back and then the shorter ones in the front. So that's what I'm going to start with, and then I'm going to see how I like that. Okay, so there is a lot of space on the side here. So what I'm thinking I might do now is just put the rest of these volumes that I have here, because I just have Chainsaw Man 1 through 11 left. Yeah, I think I might just put all of it up here on the risers, and then just put some like decor here for now. So let me just see how that looks really quick. I took a quick pause because I forgot that I have these and my one graphic novel, but actually I'm going to let go of these because I don't plan on picking up any more of these, and just having these two feels kind of random. So I'm going to put these in the unhaul pile. But these are my couple of art prints that I have, and I'm actually going to see if I keep these in a different place just because I feel like they're super in the way here. So I'm going to put these to the side, and then I am going to try and fit this graphic novel here in the corner, just kind of where I had it. Actually, I might just put it up top. So yeah, let me just go ahead and add it on top, and then I will just kind of show you what I ended up with here on the shelf. So I ended up messing around with this a little bit, and I ended up just putting this graphic novel here, and then I decided against the risers for now. I just don't have enough on this shelf to justify it, but I still do have them behind all of this, just kind of pushing all of this forward. So I just have everything here, and then I have volumes 1 through 5 there, kind of holding volume 4 up. Aki is my favorite character from Chainsaw Man, so I have him displayed, and then the rest of the volumes just here. So once I get the volumes that are coming out for part 2, I'll just stack them up here, and then eventually, because this is also an ongoing series, and then this series has 5 volumes, so this shelf will probably change around quite a bit, but I'll make sure to keep you guys posted over on Instagram on how that ends up. But this is what it is for now. So yeah, I just have a few shelves here, and these honestly are probably gonna stay the same. Like this one is gonna be the same. I just need to dust it down. That is just like more of my, my girly things. And then down here I have my Demon Slayer shelf, which I wanted to play around with, but again, I think I'm gonna have to take some inspiration, and I honestly just kind of like how I have it now because it gives me room to display my figures how I want to. So I honestly just kind of like this setup, so I'm just gonna dust this shelf down. And then at the very bottom here I have my Naruto shelf. So this one is also going to stay the same because I like having my figures like this. Wow, he is turned way this way. Okay, there we go. I honestly would like to have all of these volumes higher up so that I could see them, but this is just what it is for now. It's 72 volumes, so it just kind of fits the best down here. So yeah, let's do a quick overview of this shelf. So again, up top we have my novels, my fiction books, and then my more like action shelf, I guess, and then my jewelry and purse shelf, and then my Demon Slayer and then Naruto shelves. So I have kind of a mess going on here on my desk, but yeah, let me get all of the manga that I'm going to be unhauling, and I will show you that stack, and then the finished product after I put a couple of these like decorations and such on the shelves again. So I will be right back. Okay, for the little decorations, I just put my 2 little mushroom guys here. And then, let's see, yeah, over here I just put this screen up over here, and yeah, this little teapot here is gonna go somewhere else, I don't know, but here's a stack that is going to be unhauled. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 volumes of manga, and 2 comics, and then 2 novels here that I'm getting rid of. So yeah, I feel like that's a good chunk's worth that is being removed. But yeah, I think that is it for this reorganization video. As always, like my setup is kind of changing around as I get new volumes. So if you want to kind of see how things change, be sure to be following me on Instagram. I often share pictures of my shelves here, so keep a lookout for what is going to happen to that shelf, because I don't like it, so I'm just gonna have to find a different way, or I might just put it back to how it was. We'll see. But yeah, that is it for this video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it and found it relaxing at all. It was not relaxing for me, I'll tell you that much. I'm very sweaty right now, just moving things around and cleaning, but I feel a lot happier with how things are. Just they're not so like crumpled up together. So yeah, that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys are having a great day. Thank you for spending some of your time with me, and I will see you guys in next week's video. Bye for now.